Hello, good afternoon. I want to talk with you today about some of the things that you should know before filing your naturalization or citizenship application. A lot of people know that the basic requirement is simply that you've had your green card for 5 years, but there's a little bit more to it than that, and I just wanted to hit up some pitfalls that I've seen as a practitioner that clients have made mistakes on before. First of all, there's a jurisdiction requirement that requires you to have maintained a physical address in the state where you're filing for at least 3 months prior to filing the application. So if you've recently moved, even if you meet that 5-year having your green card, you just need to make sure that you've lived at that address for 3 months for 90 days before filing the application. The other is the physical presence requirement. So there's two presence requirements. One is what's called continuous presence and one is called physical presence. So for most green card holders, residency holders, they need to have continuous residency for 5 years prior to being eligible to naturalize. Now there's also a physical presence requirement that of that 5-year period, you must be physically present in the United States for at least half of that time. So 2.5 of the last 5 years. USCIS counts it really up to the day. So it's really important if you're a frequent international traveler or you spend a lot of time abroad, close to 6 months mark of the year, that you're looking at each of those entries in and out of the country and accounting for that time, because even though you may have had your green card for 5 years, you may not have been physically present for 5 years. There's also a good moral character requirement. So that's where government is going to look at your history over the 5 years immediately prior to the application. Have you been arrested? Have you been paying your taxes? Have you been paying child support, alimony? There's a long laundry list of these types of things that could affect your eligibility, specifically if they've happened in that 5-year window immediately preceding the application. Finally, one other thing that a lot of people don't know is if you're actually married to a U.S. citizen, you qualify for residency in 3 instead of 5 years. So based on having your green card for 3 years, whether that green card is due to the marriage to the U.S. citizen or not, you can qualify. Now, if you qualify and are applying based on your marriage to a U.S. citizen, keep in mind there are other requirements, such as showing that you are physically living with your spouse, that your marriage is legitimate and not just for immigration purposes. So some of those same things you had to prove when they petitioned you will carry you over to the the naturalization application. If you have any questions about any of these requirements, again, this is just a very basic overview, please give our office a call and we would be more than happy to schedule a consultation and make sure that you do qualify to naturalize as soon as you're eligible. Thank you.